In the city of Estela Nova lived Noah, a 34-year-old man with fair skin, dark hair and brown eyes, a man frustrated by everything he had already tried and failed. He tried getting into college twice and gave up both times. He tried starting an online business, studied, invested, believed until he lost everything. Then he tried again, this time with a partner, and that didn't work either. He never managed to keep a serious relationship. His self-esteem had always been shaken by the failures he accumulated over the years. With every attempt, the same feeling returned: disappointment, shame, and that inner voice saying, "You're a failure. Everything you've tried has failed. You've never succeeded at anything." Today, he works as the purchasing manager at a supermarket. He does everything with excellence. He's organized, reliable, quick in decision-making, but that never made him happy. He's grateful for the job, of course, but deep down he knows he's far from the life he wanted to live. Noah still dreams of opening his own business, a cafe in the city center. He even scribbled the name, sketched the storefront, wrote down the atmosphere details in an old notebook he keeps hidden. But just thinking about trying again gives him butterflies in his stomach. The fear of losing the little money he's saved, of failing again, of exposing himself, of ending up with nothing. With thoughts like that, he kept going, stuck, without the courage to try once more, until one ordinary morning, while organizing some reports in his office, the door opened with the same energy as always. It was Raul, the oldest representative at the market, who'd been supplying the store for over 20 years. Noah liked him a lot. Raul was different. Wherever he went, he brought life. When he walked through the door, you could hear his laughter from far away. His joy lit up any room. "Noah, where's my usual coffee?" he joked, walking in with open arms, as if hugging the entire world with his presence. Noah laughed and, as always, got up to grab the coffee. It was already a ritual between them. Raul sat in the chair across from him. They talked for a long time. Noah always felt lighter when Raul showed up. It was as if, for a few minutes, the weight of everything disappeared. That afternoon, after a few laughs and casual stories, Raul commented on the rush of organizing the week's orders. "And think I thought I'd retire early," he joked, shaking his head. Noah laughed. He observed Raul, that calm way of talking about life, the routine, the business. And that's when the question came. "Mr. Raul, how many years have you been an entrepreneur?" Raul rested his elbows on the table and thought for a moment. "Well, adding it all up, it's been about 35 years in this life as an entrepreneur." Noah widened his eyes, surprised. 35 years? That's incredible. "My dream has always been to have my own business, but I tried twice and couldn't make it work." Raul let out a short laugh, shaking his head. "Twice? What if I told you that, before I managed to have a business that actually worked, I watched more than 12 of mine fail? 12. I started when I was 16, selling snacks at the school gate. It was a disaster. I didn't know how to calculate anything, lost money, and even got nicknamed because of the dry bread. After that came too many ideas and too few successes. A repair shop, a clothing store, an online course, a messy partnership, a long list of attempts that always ended the same way. At 41, I was at my limit. Another business had just gone under. I'd already sold my car. The bills wouldn't stop coming. My wife was trying to hold things together with 2 kids at home. And me, I felt drained on the inside, as if everything I tried just vanished into thin air." Noah stayed quiet, taking in every word. "And what made you keep going?" he asked. Raul lifted his eyes and answered with conviction. "When I was 14, my father told me something I've never forgotten. He saw me crying one day, afraid I wouldn't pass an entrance exam. It was a tough selection to study at a private school in the city. There was only one scholarship spot. I really wanted it, but I didn't feel capable. He paused, as if reliving the moment right there. I remember it like it was today. I told him, "Dad, I want it, but there are so many people better than me. I don't think I'll make it." And that's when he looked at me very seriously and said, "If you're capable of dreaming about it, it's because you have the ability to make it happen. If you didn't, you wouldn't even be able to dream it." Noah remained silent, absorbing every word. "And he didn't stop there," Raoul continued. "My father believed deeply in God. We didn't have a specific religion, but he talked to God like someone talks to a friend. And that day, he told me something that changed the way I see everything. When a true desire is born in our heart, it's because God was the one who planted it. He said, "It's like God whispers, 'Go, climb higher. I'm with you.' And when we doubt, when we let fear take over, it's like we're saying that God made a mistake, or worse, that he's not capable. But he is. And if he lives within us, then his strength is in us too." Noah swallowed hard. Something in those words struck deep in his heart. That sentence is what helped me pass the exam. And it was with that same faith that I kept trying, even after seeing so many of my businesses fail. I didn't keep going because I was brave, Noah. I kept going because I believed that if God gave me the dream, he would also give me the way. Raoul took a deep breath and continued. "Our part, Noah, is to act with faith and not give up. I always knew deep down that one day I'd get it right. I just didn't know when, but never, not once, did the thought of giving up cross my mind." He paused, looking at Noah with firmness and kindness. On the days when the negative thoughts came, in the moments when fear hit hard, I went back to the place where my strength has always come from, God, and I would say a simple prayer, one that carried me through my entire life. Raoul closed his eyes for a second and repeated in a lower voice, "My beloved God, I know it was you who placed this desire in my heart. Give me strength to keep going. Guide me with every step, and always remind me that you've already made me capable. That when I feel fear or frustration, it's as if I'm saying, 'You're not capable. I am your child, and I carry within me everything I need.'" He opened his eyes, looking at Noah with tenderness. "If you carry inside you the desire to have your own business, Noah, go for it. That desire didn't come from nowhere. It was God who planted it, and if he planted it, it's already done. He's just waiting for you to act and believe in yourself." Raoul smiled and concluded, "Never forget this. You are a child of God, and that means you carry his power within you too. My desires always made me have more faith. They gave me discipline, made me grow, and most of all, they helped me help others. Because when God plants a desire in our heart, it's so that we can evolve and do good. And when that happens, Noah, everything around us starts to change." Noah remained silent for a few seconds. Raoul's words were still echoing inside him, like a strong and gentle beat at the same time, hard to explain, but impossible to ignore. He took a deep breath. It wasn't just emotion. It was as if something inside him had finally clicked. As if at last he had heard exactly what he needed to begin. "Thank you," he said softly, almost in a whisper. "I really needed to hear that." Raoul simply smiled, a gentle smile from someone who knew the seed had been planted. 3 months later, Noah stood in front of the door to his own coffee shop. It looked exactly the way he had always dreamed. The fear and frustration had been replaced by confidence, and now he carried a certainty in his heart that he could do anything because he was a child of God. And God doesn't plant dreams in vain. On the morning of the grand opening, even before he opened the doors, someone was already waiting outside. "You really thought I'd go without my coffee?" Raoul said, smiling. "Congratulations, Noah. You took the step and trusted that God would place the ground beneath your feet. Maybe this story spoke to you. Maybe there's a dream inside you that you left behind because of fear exhaustion, or not feeling good enough. But if that desire still lives in your heart, it's because God made you capable of reaching it. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the first step in faith, because the path, He reveals it along the way. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, every story is a seed planted with purpose. And maybe this is the one that reminds you of the strength that's always been within you.